lovelies, it's Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, where we carry the largest selection of wood flowers in the United States. Welcome back to another tutorial. And now I don't know why this phenomenon happens, but it does. But this time it's a little bit different. So a lot of the time when I'm working, crafting with you guys, there's a lot of comments that point out that my outfits typically match my projects. And almost 99% of the time, I don't plan it that way, it just kind of happens. But today is a little bit different. My outfit today is kind of inspiring the project, and that wasn't the intention, but I'm feeling very much like an ice skater. So I think we're gonna have a project that involves an ice skate today. I'm feeling very wintry vibed, like nice cozy sweater, a little cute little updo, like I think it's time for a complete winter holiday kind of crafting. So we've done a different tutorial before using a skate and doing some little zhuzhing up. This particular skate I'm gonna be using is one that my dad gave me. And he gave me a set of his ice skates. And Mom and Dad, if you're watching this, turn off the video now and watch it after the holidays. But I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna make centerpieces. Two, one for me and one for my parents, so that he can have his skate back, but then I also have a part of it, and we're gonna make it into a centerpiece instead of hanging it on the door or hanging it on something. We're gonna figure out a way to like tilt our skate a little bit, have it floating on a centerpiece, I think is what we're gonna do. I think that makes more sense for both my parents and I for what we need this project to do. So, floating ice skate centerpiece coming right up. But before we do, I've got to head over to the craft store because a couple of the supplies that we're going to need for this one, I don't have here in the studio. Shocking to us both. Trust me, my mind is blown that I don't have this simple thing, and I'll show you in a minute what this simple thing is. But I'm going to head over to the craft store and I will meet you right back here, and we will get our comfy, cozy, winter goodness crafting going. So excited. Go get some hot cocoa while you wait for me, all right? I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a hot cocoa and I'm gonna wander down the craft store aisles. Oh, what a day. What a day. Woo. Okay, we're back. It's been a day. And I, keeping with the tradition and matching the project again today. On purpose. I totally did it on purpose this time. It's gonna match the color stories we've got going on. So, I did do a little bit of work off camera to get this ready, and I'm gonna just explain it because I wasn't 100% sure if it was gonna work, so I didn't wanna film it and then it was a complete disaster. So anyway, we are making this skate, and I have another way. Hold on. If you don't like this as your centerpiece, I have another suggestion that is super easy, affordable, doesn't involve any kind of woodworking or glue or anything like that, and is easy to put away after the holiday. Okay, this is big and clunky. You're welcome, Mom and Dad. But I just love this. So what I did was I got this big old slab of wood. You can find them at local craft stores. I took a power tool and I carved in a line for the skate to go in. Got it deep enough that it would sit, but it was a little unstable, so I just then hot glued the sucker. I just hot glued the heck out of that thing. I think what we'll do afterwards is we're gonna paint a little bit of white down on the wood and the skate itself, and then of course we will add some glitter. Again, you're welcome, Mom and Dad. So there is the beginning of the skate centerpiece. Okay, let's break down the other materials that I've gotten for this. So we're going to be using the holiday dyed assortment. We had, don't hold me to this. This one might have already sold out. Or not. And again, anytime you're watching any of our tutorials, when we're featuring especially the dyed assortments and the greenery, those kind of go in seasonally. We don't typically re-release a dyed assortment, but we have twice this year. And this year, as I'm filming this, 2023, at the end of 2023, we've re-released 2 dyed assortments that we've had in the past, made little adjustments to them, but pretty much overall the same kind of vibe. So if you're watching this next year, we will have some sort of holiday assortments. I'm just not sure what exactly they're gonna look like, but those are the flowers we're gonna use. I don't think we're gonna use all of them. I also got some little fun things at the craft store. My parents are very outdoorsy, hunting. I don't know the other vibe. I'm trying to think, but you get the gist. Then we've got some filler. We're not gonna do a ton, like we're not gonna need a lot. The flowers really are gonna be the show, but also it's the fact that got like this floating skate. And then I also got this. And I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with this. I think this is gonna add the little extra, like little touch to this to make it a little bit more unique. I think you could also do what we're gonna do with a sock, or cut up a sweater and take the sleeve. So you'll see in a second. I bet you already have an idea. So we'll get that in there first, pop in the greenery, and then, oh, we're not done. We're gonna do a second arrangement for myself. And then I'll break all of that down in a second so that it's all nicely compacted into little chunky little story chapters for you. Okay, so let's get working on Mom and Dad's skate first. It's gonna be so cute. Okay, let's do this. Alrighty, skate time. So what I'm thinking, we're gonna shove this. Now I could cut it, but it's not necessary. I can get it all shoved in there, right? So the only thing is, I was playing around with this earlier when it wasn't on the piece of wood. So let's just hope that it stays in place. So I'm just gonna shove this all the way in and just kind of fill in the bottom with our stocking, because what we want to create is this little cuff around our skate. Isn't that so cute? I bet you could do, I wonder if a scarf would work too. Like I said, you could do a sock and have it folded over. You could do a sleeve of a sweater folded over. I think that would be super cute too. Now the only thing is, because we're gonna be putting the greenery in this too then, so I wanna open that up a little bit. Okay, I think we're good. I'm gonna adjust the camera angle just a little bit because we're gonna get kind of high, and see, my hands are gone, and that's probably where that's gonna be. So give me 1 second, we'll be right back, and we'll start working on the actual arrangement. I really need to maybe hunt down some twinkle lights, because how cute would it be to have some like twinkle lights at the base? Maybe. And then put some, instead of us doing paint, we put on some filler, like whatchamacallit filler, stuffing, like you put in a pillow or a stuffed animal or something, over the twinkle lights. Now they need to be LED so they don't get too hot. Put that over there and see what happens. Okay, we might have to try that. We will. I'm gonna run into my house, and my daughter, I know for sure, has some stuffing because she's working on a few different things. Okay, so this particular greenery is definitely a forward facing one, as you can kind of see from that. So with that in mind, if we want it to be do we want it to be a 360? Maybe we'll just have that as the front. We're also gonna tie up our skate. Remember how I said these were for my parents? These laces are brand new. Dad, did you never use these ice skates? I bet he didn't. He had them in a box for 20, 30 years. Dad. And then they labeled the box, skates for Steph, as they were going through all of their stuff. Oh my gosh, so funny. So yeah. I don't think he actually, so there might not be as much sentimental attachment as I thought there might be for these, because I don't think he actually ever skated with these ice skates. Such is life, right? Okay. It's funny to me because it's basic, the antlers are going the same. I don't like that. I want them to be But it's funny because this one definitely, they didn't have a left and a right. They're all right. The deer's right, our left antler. Whatever. Oh, it's so cute though. Look at that. So cute. Okay, we're gonna pop that back there a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right. This is like the simplest thing ever, isn't it? I'll get clippers. I just grabbed 3 of each style flower. I don't know how many I'm gonna need. But we definitely want, my parents are much more traditional and like their holiday decorating and stuff. I'm not gonna throw any pink or anything like that in there for them, even though I would love to do so. So poinsettias. So as I was saying, my parents are much more on the traditional side of things when it comes to holiday decorating. Like they still have, my mom still has like our ornaments from when we were in kindergarten kind of thing to go put on the tree. And I know it's becoming fashionable again, but my mom has always been a huge fan of that tinsel, like the thin strips of tinsel. Oh my God, she would drench the tree in that when I was a kid, I remember. And I think it's kind of making a comeback, which my mother is not one to follow trends in any way, but I'm sure she's excited that it's becoming a little bit more popular again. Or not, actually my mom doesn't care at all. I know she doesn't. She'll be like, yeah, that's the way to do it. I don't know what you all were doing. But the nice thing about this, compared to other ones I've done before when it's like a boot or some sort of shoe or something, is that usually you have to have a lot of things in there at first, or like you gotta really add it up. Everything's moving and grooving. This is really holding its shape really well. Aw, that's so cute. And our last one is good old Artie's. A couple Artie's. Get a little bit of a natural wood tone moment in there. I like the antlers better now. I feel like they're kind of just poking through instead of being like the huge star of that. Because the whole piece working together is supposed to be the star. Okay. All right. So it's definitely like this way forward or to the side. You could maybe put it that side, like that side I think is really cute, but if you go straight on, I don't know that I like that side as much, so. Oh, so dang cute. Okay, let's go finish up the bottom and see how that turns out. And I still want the wood to show through, so I just want it to kind of like flip. It looks like they're floating on a cloud. That's so much fun. And I didn't glue anything because you want to be able to take that out if, you know, the batteries die on these things. So we'll just kind of scoot it over there. All right, skate number 2 coming up. It's so good, I already put it on the shelf. Mom and Dad don't like it. I'm keeping it. Okay, skate number 2. This one, we're not gonna create a base for. I will show you the base at the end because it's gonna blow your mind. Or it won't. And I'm being overly dramatic, but it blew my mind when it actually worked. So I'm like, all right, let's do it this way. So we're going to make our arrangement. Let me show you. I'm like playing with the lace, don't mind me. I'm not doing a lot with the flowers. Oh. And we're gonna hope and pray. I did grab the crystallized poinsettia we had from the last tutorial, 2 petals have already fallen off. If you want to know more about crystallizing borax or crystallizing wood flowers with borax and the issues that may arise, that's a great tutorial for that, but I'm still gonna try to live, laugh, love, and use that sucker. Then we also have some red American Beauties that have gold leaf on them. Those were in our crushed velvet dyed assortment. And then I've got some Luxe, just raw flowers, nice cream, beautiful color. So we're gonna use those as well. So here's the flowers. Not earth-shattering, groundbreaking. It's where the fillers come in that we're gonna be a little bit extra. Now I'm gonna say this, and I don't want anybody to take offense to it. Famous last words, especially on YouTube. But what I will say is I am embracing gaudy Christmas this year. Like, the more is more in terms of like gold, glitter, red, like, so it started with this bow. I want to do like a 90s glam. Think 90s glam with velvet, like that kind of vibe of dressing. Early 90s, not late 90s, early 90s, velvet and like houndstooth. Is this houndstooth? I don't remember all of the terms. Plaid of some sort. This is my vibe this year for Christmas. I've been pink, I've been all white, I've been more natural. Like last year I did I still am gonna do this, dried oranges and popcorn and cranberries on my tree. We're still gonna do that this year. But look at the goodness of this. So we've got this was a filler I found at Hobby Lobby. It's got like some bells in there. I'm not gonna use all of them, I don't think. I think I'm gonna cut them off. We've got some of the little berry picks that may still possibly be in the shop over at ohyourlovely.com. There's like, you get a whole box of them. I'm also using one of, I know we have a holly in the shop, but I don't know if it's exactly the same one. It might be a different version. This one's got the gold dusting on there of glitter, which is perfect for what we're going with the gaudy more is more. Another like frosted pine tip. I think it's the same one I used in my parents' one. It is. And then we've got like these crystallized fruit. I love these. I didn't a year ago. I would have been like, oh, this year I'm like all for it. Give me all the gold god I can get my hands on. I also grabbed ribbon in 2 sizes. These are wired edges. If you know me really well. Me and bows, I buy them pre-made. Me and bows do not go. So I don't know if I'm gonna use that ribbon. I might just to like make a little band around my skate, but would you look at that? She's just gonna be so cute. Cute little ribbon. Okay, so let's get the ribbon on first because that we're gonna have to twist and tie into here. I think actually what we're gonna do is twist and tie into both sets of this to keep this even more compact, maybe? I don't know. I still gotta think this through. Maybe we'll just twist a tie over that way. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna grab, it's got a little sandwich twist tie. We're just gonna twist it through the hole for where the laces go. I think. Yeah. She's so pretty already. You just gotta put a bow on it and you're ready to go. Oh gosh, am I gonna be converted into bows? Maybe. Oh, maybe this one is opened in a different, like it's permanently like bent over. These have been like in a box for I don't know how many years now at this point. Mom and Dad, let me know in the comments after Christmas. All right, we'll do it that way instead. Make it nice and tight. And there. Okay. Bow is in place. Now we shall make the arrangement. It's gonna be so good. She's so cute. Oh, I love it so much. Gosh, just put a bow on it. can't believe this, but I don't like this piece because I feel like the rest is golds and kind of this green, like darker green. And then we've just got this, it almost gives me silver vibes. And I don't want to do a mixed metal this time. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna switch out this for this one. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, it's so pretty just as, but I do feel like it needs to be filled in a little bit more. So we'll get that in there, but then I want this. No biggie. No biggie. So I've got this one over here. And then fill in another one over here. If I can get it to go up a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right, the vibe is vibing much more. Now I do want to set this up and readjust a little bit, and I'll show you the really cool stand that we're gonna use for this. I had to find it first. Here's the secret. It's a plate holder, plate stand, picture stand, whatever you wanna call it. I'm gonna lift this up in real time because it probably is gonna like move and groove, and I want you to feel like that's normal. And not to get freaked out that you gotta adjust some things, but we're gonna try to pull this up nice and lightly. And I did have some shifting on this corner in particular, and that's where that skate is kind of opened up. That makes sense. I do want this one. Okay. So then, would you look at that? You now have a beautiful skate centerpiece, little home decor piece, and then when you're done for the season, take the skate, put it away if you want, or take it all apart because we just laid everything in there. And then you put your plate holder away and you're done for the season. Talk about an easy cleanup too for decorating. Win, win, win. Man, I wish I would have thought of that sooner. Oh me, oh my, did these not turn out the cutest ever. So we've got our floating wood centerpiece. And then we have our good old skate on a plate holder. This you could also, at a later date if you decide, you could either, the skate itself, typically you can, if you have like a shelf or something, you can lean it up against a wall and put it in a shelf as well. But you could also, like we've done in the past, we have another tutorial, I'll try to remember to link it in this tutorial, of how to take a skate and then make it into a, like a wreath for on your door. Simple Simon. Super, super versatile. And you can find these skates at pretty much any thrift store around this time, especially if you live in the Midwest. If you live in the South, I apologize. It might be a little bit harder to find ice skates that are used, but keep an eye out for them because they're great for holiday decor. I love them so much. It's one of my favorite things to do during the winter season because you can make it Christmas, but you can also make it just winter. which is kind of a hard kind of time, like after Christmas, to decorate. Kind of have those like blahs a little bit, and once the tree's gone, it's so depressing. At least it is for me. So this is another way to bring in a little bit of glitz glam, comfy, cozy, warm, pretty things around you during the, what sometimes is the coldest and darkest times of the year. And get yourself a little skate and make yourself a little decoration. So there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Again, Mom and Dad, if you watched, naughty list, you're not getting your present. If you watched after, good job. I'm proud of you. And if you did watch it, pretend that you didn't and be surprised at Christmas time. All right, if you're loving these videos, can't get enough, want to know the next time we post a video, which is typically on Wednesdays, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to find out about the 150 style wood flowers, cross supplies, and greenery. Go to ohyourlovely.com, but before you do, 'tis the season. Use the code YouTube30 to get 30% off one order of regular priced items. All right, you guys, we'll see you next week for another tutorial. I'm Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye, guys.